Hey y'all. So I was hiking up here and thought, why not do the exhibit up here? Nice background. And today would be exhibit 13, maybe 14. And the topic, I was hiking up here thinking about another topic that I'm working on publishing, which was about ideals and preferences, and I was like not liking what I had said in the topic or in the video. Not like, I mean, I guess that's part of the process, right? Or when you do this and you observe yourself in different ways, you see inconsistencies or incongruencies or contradictions or ways that you say things that aren't quite what you mean. And because my communication style, my creative expression, my preferred creative expression is writing, the nature of that way is that there is more time and more editing available, and you know, the pros and cons of any way, any medium. And so it reminds me of when I used to write and I would edit stuff to death, and like I even would post something, like become courageous and post something and then like ruminate about it or obsess about it after it was up, and then go back and take it down after a while if it was like especially vulnerable or I became unsure of it or something like that. And it's pretty cool to be here 8 some years later and I don't take anything down, including other people's comments and all the stuff that I've figured out through doing it, and how easy it is, differently easy it is to do that now. There was a snake that just cruised by, so I'm like now kind of wondering if he's coming back. My mom won't like freak when she hears that. She hates snakes. So the thought was, one was just observing that it's definitely uncomfortable and I don't like it. Like when I listen to the videos, like I record the video and it's lightly to no planning, no editing. And every time I say that I feel a little weird, like to not plan is lazy. That's definitely a standard or judgment I've had in the past, and probably have undervalued the upside of not planning or being less planned, because that means you actually do things. Whereas previously I just plan a lot of shit and don't do it, it seems. I mean, I've got a long list, and that's part of where this is coming from, like this whole like just do it and let yourself be imperfect, and reminding myself that you are the thing, just be the thing, stop needing to like make it perfect. So starting to see what comes up and out of that, you know. And one of the things is that, and this started early, when I listened to a video to prepare it to share, which is just like the technical stuff, I often hear myself say things that I don't particularly like or agree with, and then I think what to do about that. Like, do I go back and record it? Well, that would be like perfectivizing it. So I've been just letting it be and knowing that it will progress and change and evolve, and just leaning into and trusting that process, I suppose. And so ideals and preferences, the reason that that was interesting was because I was hiking thinking about the video that I just did that was about that, or the recording, and went further in the thought that I would have preferred to have been part of the original conversation. So that topic, I'll link it there, was commenting on something I heard in an interview with Michael Singer, who is a spiritual something or other teacher, and he was basically saying that preferences are, he didn't say preferences are bad, but I'm going to put it in a real short, that's what I interpreted, and the idea of like non-attachment. And then I was thinking, I often see things in When to Which, and if you look around, you'll see the opposite is taught and preached, which is to be very specific and very connected and aligned. And anything with manifestation or visualization is a lot about be specific about what you want and visualize your ideals and these things. And if you line that up next to this preferences concept, it's like any specific is a preference, any ideal is a attachment or alignment or a connection. And so someone who would take this very simply would say, well, it's never just black and white, the world is gray, or something like that. And I don't disagree. And I do really work in my own life to organize myself. It's about like, what do I believe is right and wrong, and how am I going to organize myself? And the more work that I've done around that, the better my life has been, because everything isn't some big decision or deliberation. Because if you have a few things really worked out for yourself, then if you make a decision congruent with that thing that you've put the work in to know is right and good for you, then shit just gets simpler. And mine for that is truth. Like, no matter what, I'm not going to lie. And so when it comes to, am I going to say this or not say this to a person that may or may not create conflict or whatever it is, or if I've done something that I'm not proud of, I'm not going to not tell someone who asked me about it or something like that. So really pushing all of those things in the extremes and will help you use it in the non-extremes and in your everyday life, and it just makes stuff so much easier. So in my fascination with studying that kind of stuff, contradictions or seeming contradictions and opposites and paradoxes and those kinds of things come up. And as I was hiking up here, I was listening to the recording that I would be working on later tonight, and I was like, I don't love what I said in that. And I also wanted to say more about this ideals and preferences thing, which is, you know, when is it which? When are you supposed to like not be attached to anything, let everything go, have this position of I won't let anything bother me, preferences are the root of all unhappiness, or visualize what you want very strongly, see it done. Anyone who's read Think and Grow Rich or all the, I mean, that stuff is older and is still taught in very modern spaces. So which is it? And like, how do they both exist? Someone tell me that. I ain't got that. All right, that's today's exhibit. Thanks for being here. And hello. This is my spot. This is my secret spot. Ciao for now.